Hi, I'm Cece, and today we're going to walk through some upper back and neck stretches. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out in a Z-sit. I've got my left leg in front of me, my right leg behind me. If that's not comfortable, you can sit in cross-legged position or your legs out in front of you, whatever's most comfortable for you. And we're going to start with some mermaid stretches. So let's stretch over to the right and to the left, just alternating, warming up our bodies. And this time when you go to the right, let's give it a hold. Really feel the stretch all throughout your left side here. Let's turn and place the left hand on the right knee and look at your right hand and hold. So generally for any stretches, you want to hold them for at least 30 seconds. And let's come back up. And I'm going to, if you're in that Z-sit, switch legs. So now my right leg is in front of me and my left leg is behind me. And let's just warm up side to side. And let's hold over to the right. And let's turn with that right hand on the left knee and look at your left hand. And release. Gently come back up. I'm going to change to a cross-legged position now, but again, whatever's most comfortable for you. This time lift both arms overhead. Drop your right arm behind you, so you're reaching your right hand in between the shoulder blades. The left hand is going to come around and reach up, and you're trying to grab onto your fingers. It's okay if you can't, just reach as far as you can. This is a nice stretch for the upper back. Sit up nice and tall, opening up your chest. And gently release, other side, left hand up, bend the elbow, reach between the shoulder blades with the fingers, right hand comes up behind, this is my tighter side, and you're reaching your fingertips towards each other here. It's okay if they don't actually touch, mine do not. Making sure you're breathing, sitting nice and tall. And let's gently release. This time, bring both hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and we're going to give a forward fold if you can. Now, if this is uncomfortable in a cross-legged sit to come forward fold, you can always go into a straddle sit or whatever is comfortable. Let's gently come back up, shake out those arms. This time, bring your arms in front of you. I'm crossing my right on top of my left elbow, and then you're gonna cross them again, and the goal is to get your palms to touch each other. If they can't, again, just go as far as that you can, and then once you have that position, sitting up nice and tall, you're gonna lift the elbows. Again, this is a nice upper back stretch, and we're gonna hold, making sure we breathe. And gently release, shake it out. This time I'm going to cross my left on top of my right, and again, trying to get those palms to touch one another. Once you're in that position, if you can, lift the elbows to fill a deeper stretch. Making sure you breathe, sitting nice and tall. And gently release. Let's shake it out. And this time we're gonna turn and straighten. We're gonna straighten our legs out in front of us. And I'm gonna have my hands behind my head. The other option is arms out to the side, or they can be stacked on top of each other, whatever is most comfortable for you. Feet are about just a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And you're gonna exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. So sitting nice and tall on top of your sits bones. Getting a little twist motion going in our upper back here. Let's just do a couple more each side. And release. So we're gonna move on to some neck stretches. So sitting nice and tall, I want you to think about pulling your chin back, so making sure we don't have forward head, pulling our chin back into alignment, and then from there, curling one vertebrae at a time as we roll it down to our chest. And then once you get to your lowest point, gently curl back up one vertebrae at a time. This should be nice and slow. Make sure you breathe. Getting all of the vertebrae moving in the neck. This time, when you get to your lowest point, hold it, send the arms out in front of you, and gently move your shoulders back and forth. This will just release a little bit more between the shoulder blades here. And roll back up. Let's bring our right ear to our right shoulder for a nice neck stretch, feeling it all through the side of the neck here. You can send your hands out to the side a little bit. That'll deepen the stretch. We're gonna hold. Now, keeping your head in this position, if you can, just gently turn your head and look at your right hand. And turn back, and nice and slow, gently come back to center. Anytime you're stretching your neck, you don't want to do it too quickly, otherwise it might make you feel dizzy. So this time, left ear to left shoulder, and we're gonna hold. Now gently turn and look at that left hand. Come back to the side and gently come back up. Now let's just do a couple of turns. Look to your right, center, left, center, again. And let's look down, back to center. I don't ever go all the way up. I don't break the neck. We want to protect our neck. Come down and just roll to the front, side to side, and come up. Now we're going to come onto all fours. So hands right underneath the shoulders, hip distance apart, and we're just going to arch our back up and release and give it a nice arch. Look up at the ceiling. Again, look towards your belly button. look up to the ceiling. 2 more. Just moving throughout that entire spine, opening everything up. And let's come back to a neutral spine. This time you're gonna follow your hand with your eyes. So lift the left arm in front of you, sweep it back behind you, and then come back down to the front. Again, left arm goes in front of you, sweep it all the way behind you for that nice stretch, and come back. Let's do one more on this side. Back, come back to center. Switch sides, right arm straight out in front of you, follow it back, and back to center. Again, right arm out in front of you, follow it back. Let's do one more. This time, you're gonna take your right hand in front of you and you're gonna needle it through and lay on that right shoulder. And then if you bring your right leg, you'll notice most of the time it comes in a little bit as you get into this position. Bring it back in line with you and you'll get a deeper stretch. This is one of my favorite upper back stretches. Making sure you're breathing. We never want to hold our breaths when we're stretching. If you can't breathe, then you're pushing too far, so you should release a little bit. You should be able to breathe easily in any stretch that you do. And let's come back up to the other side. And gently release. Let's push back into a shell stretch. And gently roll up. Let's come back to that cross-legged position or legs out in front of you. And let's lift the arms overhead as we inhale. Exhale, release those arms. Again, I hope you enjoyed this stretch. If you did, please hit that like button and follow along for more videos like this.